Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Muhammad Naseer from Department of Education and Psychology, Kuhat University of Science and Technology. Today, I am going to teach you teaching practices. This lecture on teacher, prospective teacher, and teaching. First of all, we will discuss the outline. The outline consists of objectives, introduction, meaning, and the concepts. In this session, we are focused on key learning outcomes. After the end of this lecture, the prospective teachers will able to understanding the concept of teaching, teaching skills, teaching is more effective, and aspect of effective teaching. Dear student, before we are going to start formal lecture, here I just really recalling your thinking level. What is thinking about these key questions? The first one, to what extent teachers are ready for using teaching skill in their classroom? What is their attitude towards the teaching and their teaching skills? To what extent teachers are use available resources regarding teaching during the classroom? First of all, I'm going to present a brief introduction about teaching and teaching skill. Teacher. I hope you know about the teacher. What is the role of teacher? Teacher as a leader, teacher as a facilitator, teacher as instructor, teacher as a mentor. Teaching. Do you know about teaching? Teaching. Teaching is concerned with growth and development of a whole personality of the student, her mind, spirit, character, and effective behavior. Simply, we can say teaching is a mixture of arts and science. Meaning of teaching. Teaching derived from to teach, which means to instruct process in which one individual makes something known to another individual. The way of teaching. There are two ways of teaching: bipolar process and tripolar process. The bipolar process teaching is a bipolar process. Teacher and student interaction, while the tripolar process, this is the broad term. In this, between the teacher and student interaction, the role of curricula, and society as a moderator. concept of teaching. Teaching is an important part of the process of education. Teaching is a special function is to impart knowledge, develop understanding and skill so that teaching is a triangular that are based on first knowledge. Knowledge share information among the student. Understanding the second one develop understanding among the student and the third one skill produce the ability of skills among the student. Teaching is a communication between two or more persons who influence each other by ideas and learn something in the process of interaction. Teaching is a two-way process. Teaching process. Teaching process depend on teacher, curriculum, learner, and predetermined goals. Teacher communicate and share information through knowledge, understanding, and skill with the help of curricula among the learners, and finally they would be achieve predetermined goals. In short, we can say teaching and teaching activity. Teaching include all the activities of providing education to others. Teacher and teaching. Teacher Teachers teach because they cares. Teaching Teaching prospective teacher is what they do best. Teaching. Teaching is an art and an academic process. Students are made motivated by a number of ways to learn. The teacher keeps in mind the prior knowledge of the student. Teacher focus on teaching and they develop the skill, knowledge and thinking power among their student. Teaching positively influence the way students think, act and feel. Teaching is defined as a process in which students are prepared for learning by providing initial structure to clarify, plan outcome and indicate derived learning strategies. Teaching constructive alignment. A good teaching system aligns teaching method and assessment to learning activity stated in the objective so that all aspects of the system are in according and supporting appropriate student learning. Look this slide. This is a triangular among learning outcome, teaching and learning activity, and assessment. First, teacher present learning outcome within student, and then in the light of learning outcome, teacher teach and develop the activities about teaching learning in the spirit of learning outcome. And finally, teacher assess their student on the basis of learning outcome. So, teacher deliver their lecture accordingly, learning outcome, and then they have discuss and to develop the understanding level among their students through different teaching and learning activity in the light of these learning outcome. And finally, they assess their student according to learning outcome. Further explanation of teaching. Teaching is a formal and informal process. Teaching is the goal-oriented process. Teaching is the rational and reflective process. Teaching is the interactive process. Teaching is the continuous process. Teaching is the task-oriented process. Teaching facilitates learner and learning. Dear student, do you know the aim of teaching? What does the teacher aim through teaching? The first one, giving some knowledge to the student, passing some information to them, making the student acquire some skill, changing the attitude of the learner, modifying the behavior of the student, give some experiences of life. Teacher knowledge about teaching. There are few questions arise in the mind of student. How to teach? How to teach the teacher? What are teaching? What are the content of subject matter? For searching of these questions, here we look the interesting and informative picture on the screen about the teacher knowledge and teaching. Teacher focus on educational aim and values. These aim and values related with education goal and objective. Teacher know about student and learner needs. Teacher well know about teaching skills, teaching strategies, and effective teaching methods and techniques. Teacher know about the content. This content, particular content topics and subject matter. Teacher know about the level of programs. Teacher know about the curriculum material that is related with references. And finally, Teachers know about the classroom management strategies and their principles. Teachers know about how to handle the classroom and how to utilize the effective teaching skill, teaching strategies, and effective teaching methods and techniques. Teacher focus during the teaching, lesson clarity, instructional variety, teacher task orientation, student engagement in the learning process, student success rate, teaching skills. A professional teacher should identify what all are the skill needs and should practices to master those skills. Professional will always have some skill which are present in them which they have acquired through special training and practices. Teacher makes conducive classroom environment and organize well-mannered teaching skill among their students through different classroom activities such as high expectation, planning, method and strategies, student management and discipline, time and resources management, assessment, and homework. Teachers are set the standard to achieve their learning task. These are setting higher expectations from students, maintaining discipline in the classroom, high standard of preparation and delivery, asking questions in the classroom, solving student academic problem. Furthermore, explanations, engaging student in the classroom, providing immediate feedback about assignment and exams, giving self-learning exercise and task after the class, insisting on pre-reads and other reading requirement, passing student to excel academically. Teachers have to develop their teaching skill through different teaching excellence. These are content excellence, delivery excellence, coaching excellence, network excellence, innovative excellence, personal excellence. Conclusions. Teaching is an art and an academic process. In this teaching process, students are made motivated by a number of ways of teachings to learn. The teacher keeps in mind the prior knowledge of the student. Teaching is concerned with growth and professional development of whole personality of the student, his her mind, spirit, character, moral behavior, and effective behavior. A good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way of others. Activity. No, the time is activity. Collect information from teacher working at different level about the concept of teaching and redefine the concept of teaching on the basis of their opinion. Next activity, draw and write about teaching skill, and elaborate this concept in the light of theoretical perspectives. Have a look on references. Any feedback you can ask me through comments. Thank you so much. I hope you have to understand the concept of teaching. See you next time. Allah Hafiz. Inshallah.